All right, if you are watching, you're listening, you know it is Raymond and Sons time. What's going on, Rod?
What's going on?
Rod, we've got something a little out of the ordinary. We told the viewers that normally what we do on this podcast tends to be more of your sports, some technology, and some current events, but I just had an idea and we needed to just operationalize it because, I don't know, this is how I think sometimes. So these aren't current events. This isn't technology. These are sandwiches. So, ladies and gentlemen, you may have heard of the whole Popeyes craze. Rod, tell them a little bit about the Popeyes craze.
Well, Popeyes threw their hat into the chicken sandwich game. Well, I ain't even say hat. They dropped a bomb in the chicken sandwich game, and created, in my opinion, the best looking chicken sandwich.
So, I remember looking on social media where, you know, some of these memes are coming out about different chickens, and, you know, for the most part, you know, I'm not really a big chicken sandwich type of person, but what I heard was that Chick-Fil-A was pretty much dominating the chicken sandwich world.
I heard the same thing.
I remember Rod was telling me about his son and how his son would eat, he loves chicken, and when he had Chick-Fil-A, that's chicken, and whenever he would have any other types of chicken, like chicken nuggets from different brands like McDonald's or Burger King, it just was different.
Yeah,
and
he won't eat that.
And Rod, being from country, he knows what chicken really tastes like. So,
right.
For me, again, I don't really eat chicken fast food, but Chick-fil-A supposedly was supposed to be the icon of what you're looking for a chicken sandwich. Right. And then Wendys is another alternative.
They said Wendys used to be fine. I don't know.
You know, so Wendys, I guess before Chick-fil-A was in the game, Wendys was the healthy alternative to McDonald's and Burger King. So for a while, Wendys had the throne. Right. And then all of a sudden, you start seeing these commercials about Popeyes going through the lines, seeing how long the lines were. So right. I had a personal experience, and I wanted to share my personal experience. And also, I haven't had any of these, so I wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to show you video and audio what my expectations and what my actual thoughts were. So yesterday, Rod was talking to me. He was texting us during the family chat, and he said his boy Eli had stopped through.
Brought me a Popeye chicken sandwich, spicy.
So after that, I was at work and I told him, hey, where's mine? He said, oh, he's got an extra one. Eli was mad. He wouldn't let me get an extra one. So that gave me the idea, you know what? We need to do something on this podcast, and let's do a chicken sandwich podcast. So after work, I ended up driving down to one of the Popeyes on Sheridan and 441. That line was ginormous, and the line inside was probably better than the line outside. The line outside, you've got cars, and the cars weren't moving. They were pretty much on the normal 441. You were thinking that the traffic was for going to Hard Rock, but the traffic was going to Popeyes. So
I heard it's a trick, though.
What's the trick?
Do not go through the drive-thru. Get out and go inside. It's way shorter than the drive-thru line. Save the gas, and you'll be in Popeyes maybe 20, 25 minutes instead of being in the drive-thru for an hour.
So I ended up taking that advice. What I ended up doing was I went into Popeyes, ordered 2 sandwiches, because I told Rod, hey, this is going to be an awesome podcast episode. Ordered 2 sandwiches, got my receipt, because you're not going to get chicken sandwich without this receipt. So I got my receipt, went down the street to the Wendys located next to the old AMC Sheridan Theater, next to the Pollo Tropical. Ended up getting 2 sandwiches. Their line compared to that was nothing. Like it's like out of business. Right. When you walk inside Popeyes, it was like a party. Everybody was there. People were waiting in line. It was like trying to get into live or something like that. You go to Popeyes, it was like a store, last closing, everything 75% off. There was nobody there. It was quiet. You can hear a pin drop from all the way behind the kitchen. So I ended up doing that. Got my chicken sandwiches. Went back to Popeyes. Still had to wait for about 10 minutes until I got my Popeyes.
Question.
Yes.
We know nobody won that Wendys.
There was literally more people in the kitchen than there were in the restaurant.
Right. We know that. How was the Chick-Fil-A line?
So I did a trick. So after I got those two, I ended up driving back home, went up Pines Boulevard West, headed over to the Pembroke Lakes Mall. Now, whenever I go to Chick-fil-A's lines are always long, but I decided, well, if I go into a mall, am I going to have that same thing? Because at a mall, you go to the food court, you got all these different restaurants, you got all these shoppers, so maybe that's one of those hidden secrets. So I was lucky because there was only 2 or 3 people in line, but the caveat again was I ended up going to a Chick-fil-A in a mall about 5 minutes before it closed. So I think I got the trick for that as well.
Okay.
So ended up doing all this stuff yesterday because I didn't want to wait today. Put it in the refrigerator ASAP. So I want you guys to also realize that this isn't going to be any of these chickens that are spoiled, but this is maybe, 8, 9 p.m., maybe 15, 16 hours from when they were originally purchased. When I'm looking at the purchase times, Popeyes, this was 7:58. Oh, that's purchased, but I probably left out of Popeyes probably around 8:45.
The wait.
The Wendys was 8:11. But I did get that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The Wendys, I'm saying, is 10, and the Popeyes is 8.50.
All right, so we're going to talk about those prices too, but right now we're just doing the timestamp.
Okay.
And then the timestamp at Chick-fil-A was 8:56. So you can just see how I was driving to getting from Hollywood all the way to West Pembroke Pines. So you see that timeline. So the first thing before we eat, because I know you guys want to see this, I figured what we would do first is let's talk about the prices. All right, all the sandwiches were as much as I tried to make it the equivalent. So we first go to. Should we do what order should we do? Should we do it based on how we're gonna eat it? Should we do it based off of how I went there? What order do you want me to keep the prices?
Let's do Wendys first.
All right, so Wendys.
Tripping.
All right, so Wendys, I ordered 2 home-style chickens. It was $4.79 each. So the $4.79 was for the standard home-style chicken price. All right, and that's at Wendys.
They don't even.
All right. So what do you want to do next?
Popeyes. We go to Popeyes.
Popeyes, the 2 classic chicken sandwiches was $3.99. So already you can tell there's already a discounted between the Popeyes and the Wendys.
Wendys, you tripping?
Okay.
Get that price down.
And then at Chick-fil-A, I got 2 chicken sandwiches for $7.58. So what we're gonna do? Let's look at the total prices for 2 chicken sandwiches for each of them. So Popeyes, $8.54 for 2 chicken sandwiches. Chick-fil-A, $8.12 for 2 chicken sandwiches. And Wendy's, $10.26 for 2 chicken sandwiches. So when we're looking at it from a price perspective, now we're not looking at how large the sandwiches are, just how much the chicken sandwiches were. We can see that the most expensive was Wendy's. Then Popeyes was in the middle. And then actually, to my surprise, Chick-fil-A was the cheapest. So one would think that if we're going to be basing how good a chicken sandwich is based off of price, Wendy's should be the best one because it's the most expensive one. All right.
It look like it'll be the best.
All right.
One. I'm letting you know
so
that now.
That's number one. We wanted to go to the price comparison. So if you're trying to look at from a cost perspective, which one is the most affordable? It's the Chick-fil-A sandwich. All right. So that's number one. Number two, why don't we show the audience how each of the chicken sandwiches look? All right. So first off, what we're going to show you is we're going to show you Wendy's. Okay. So Rod, get close to the camera over there. All right.
Nah.
So tell me what you're describing, Rod. Open it up. Let's talk me through what you're describing.
Nah, bro.
All right. So what you can see for the Wendy's chicken sandwich, and I just ordered them standard. Whatever was normally on it, not necessarily how I would want it. I just wanted it to be standard. So as you can see with the chicken sandwich from Wendy's, you got 2 pieces of bread. You've got the chicken breast, and it comes standard with mayo, and it also comes standard with tomatoes. All right. So look, the size of it. So that is Wendy's. That's the more expensive one. Okay.
Small bite.
All right. So we're not gonna do the bites yet. We're just gonna look at how it looks.
Chick-fil-A.
All right. So tell me talk me through what you're seeing, Rod.
I'm seeing toasted butter bun.
Okay.
I'm seeing pickles.
Okay.
seeing the smallest chicken breast I ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Breaded, and that's it.
All right. So that is the standard for what they call, again, the Chick-Fil-A sandwich. The first one that we were talking about from Wendy's is the home-style chicken, and the Chick-Fil-A is called the Chick-Fil-A sandwich. So again, audience looking at it, there's the bread, there's your chicken breast, and then it comes with pickles. So we did that. All right. So the third one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Popeyes. Now I wanted it both to be the classic. As you can see on the receipt, it said classic, but it looks like they gave me one classic and they gave me one spicy. So I'm going to take the classic and I'm going to give Rod the spicy. So Rod, talk me through how it looks like. Show the camera how it looks.
Ooh. Look at this, man. That's a chicken breast right there. You got that. It got the pickles.
Okay.
It got the spicy mayo.
Okay.
Oh, man. And it got the butter white. It look like a Hawaiian bun, right?
Yeah, it looks like a Hawaiian bun.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, I'll show you the same thing. So mine is not the spicy. Mine is going to be, again, just the normal classic chicken sandwich. So you open it up, you see the bread, you do see that chicken itself.
It got mayo, right?
I think it's probably mayo.
Yeah, it got mayo on it.
And then you've got the pickles.
And the bun is toasted.
All right. So when we've got a disclaimer. We did reheat these in the oven instead of putting in the microwave because I wanted to try to capture the closest to the original taste. Everybody knows when you microwave something, it dries it out, and the taste isn't the same. Flash, it's not good. So we actually put it into the oven. I think we did 375, 350 for about maybe 5-7 minutes, just to get all the buns nice and toasty, and to also make sure that we were able to get as much taste staying in it. So let's just first, before we eat, let's try to do like a side by side. And I think what the easiest thing to do would be just showing the chicken piece so that we can observe based on looking at the chickens which ones. All right.
Which one look better?
So when we're looking at it, so the largest chicken breast appears to be the one on my right hand, which is the Popeyes. All right. Chick-fil-A seems like it's the smallest one, and Wendy's seems like it's in the middle. So just, again, this is all in one. This is no video enhancement. This is no, CGI, whatever you call that stuff. This is just real video, okay? So if I had to rate, first off of the appearance, off of, how succulent the sandwich looked, I would probably say third would be Chick-fil-A from the look, and I'm probably looking at this more for. Let's do size first. So size, we agree. Chick-fil-A's third, second Wendy's, first is Popeyes. What is your ranking when it just comes to size?
Well,
just the size of it.
My Chick-fil-A sandwich, they got me. They gave me half chicken breast. So
okay.
It would be third. Then it would be Wendy's second, and then it would be Popeyes first.
Okay, so
but it looked like two different kind of chicken breasts.
That is true too. Okay, so next let's do how it looks. All right, so if you're hungry, you're looking at these chicken sandwiches.
Popeyes.
What is third? Let's go third to first. All right, third to first.
Can I do two at third?
We can do two at third, and we can do that one at first.
Chick-fil-A and Wendy's third.
Okay.
If I'm hungry and it's a chicken sandwich and I had to pick out of it, I'm grabbing the Popeyes just off looks.
Okay. So looks, I would probably echo that. I would say that if I'm looking at it, I mean the color looks a little. I don't know if this is better than this. When I'm looking at this, it does look kind of pale, like it's been sitting out for a little bit.
Yeah, that's.
But that's the Wendy's.
Yeah, they kept that one with a light.
Okay. When I'm looking at the Chick-fil-A, it does look, from a looks perspective, it does look a little more appeasing than it looks. I don't know if I should say fresher. This just looks more like I'm reheating it from, it's something that's frozen. I'm reheating it.
I could have made that at Lowe's.
you know, versus when I'm looking at the Chick-fil-A, it does look like it was breaded actually in front of me when I'm looking at it. But number one,
that Wendys came out the box breaded.
See, that's what it looks like. But when I'm looking at, again, the Popeyes, this looks like literally I'm at Popeyes. I've got chicken breasts, real chicken breast. You actually are breading it, and
they're in the back with the flour and deboning it.
Everything like on the spot on that day. So from an appearance wise, this definitely looks a lot better. And again, that's going to be the Popeyes.
Yeah, the Popeyes look like they cut it off the bone.
Yeah, literally cutting it off the bone, like old school. Like
right.
you're in the kitchen.
Wendys and Chick-Fil-A, that's like you bought it from Publix. You don't know how you can get a chicken breast filleted. That's what them two look like, and they throw a little flour on it. I ain't gonna say a lot, a little flour.
I'm just when I'm looking at the Wendys,
that Wendys ain't looking good.
It doesn't look good. It looks like it's frozen and they just reheated it and then they served it. You know. Let me see if yours look the same though. Yeah, yours look the same too. All right, so we did the price comparison, we did the size, we did the looks. What's next?
The taste.
All right, so we got to do the taste. All right, so I only drank a milkshake or my protein shake after I worked out. I drank the protein shake probably around 10, and then I had my daughter's leftover peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which was maybe a bite.
So you come in here hungry.
So I came here hungry because I wanted to make sure that my palate was as neutral as possible so that I can give you the real deal taste buds. My taste buds are ready.
His taste buds is biased now because he's hungry. Everything tastes good when you're hungry.
But the thing is, so this is what we're doing. We're going to do a bite. We're going to do water. We're going to sip the water, clear the palate first. After we clear the palate, then we're going to take a bite.
Pinky up.
There you go, pinky up. Then you got to take a bite. We're going to chew it. We're going to masticate it. That's the large word. That means chewing. We're going to let the flavor go around. We're not going to eat the whole thing. We're just going to do a nice I know you're hungry. Hold on. We're doing a nice healthy bite, and then we're going to discuss how the bite is, and then we will drink another sip and move on to the next one. Right. So, my man Rod, go first.
Wendys ain't bad as it look, though.
So, describe to me.
That Wendys ain't bad as it look now.
Okay. So, that's the first bite for him. Oh, we didn't tell the audience. So, what have you eaten before you actually started the challenge, just so that everybody knows where you're coming from?
Oh, Dunkin' Donuts.
All right, so Dunkin' Donuts. What time did you eat Dunkin' Donuts?
3 hours ago.
All right, so I mean, we're looking at the clock. What time is it right now?
2:46.
All right, 2:46. So he ate around 10. So that's he ate we could say a typical breakfast, no lunch. Boom, we are ready to eat our brunch, dinner, however you want to say it. Okay,
you ain't bad now. You look bad, but you don't taste bad.
All right, crunch factor. Was it too crunchy? Not crunchy enough?
No, ain't no crunch.
Okay, is that good or bad thing?
It tastes good. So
okay, tastes good. All right. So again, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you got a little flavor, right? It don't look bad. I thought it was gonna be bland as hell. Jesus, I thought it was gonna be bland as hell.
For me, I'm happy with it. Again, I didn't do it the way I would do it. I just bought it how it would be done. For me, I'm more of a barbecue sauce kind of guy, but I didn't want the sauce to take away from the actual taste of the chicken breast. So, tastes good, not too crunchy. Again, I would probably say minimum, probably no real crunch.
No.
Breading was okay. It probably put a little more mayo than I would like, but I'm not really a mayo person. I don't really taste the tomato in there. Interesting concept of how you would have that. I mean, depending on, how you like to eat your foods, I probably wouldn't put a tomato in it, but it is what it is. So I got the first taste.
Yeah.
So if somebody were to give me a Wendy's chicken sandwich, say, hey, you want a sandwich? I'd say, yeah, eat it, and I'd be okay with it.
Not me.
I'd be okay with it. Like if I'm hungry and I eat something.
Oh, if I'm hungry,
hey, you got a chicken sandwich? Hey, you want one?
Yeah.
If somebody say, hey, you want a chicken sandwich? I say, yeah, sure. All right.
If you're hungry, yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, like
if I ain't hungry now.
Yeah. So that's a good point too. So This is more.
It got a good taste now. Don't get me wrong. It got a little taste to it now.
But that's a good point because if you're hungry, you'll probably eat anything like Rod said. If you're not hungry and somebody offers to you, that tells you something else if you're willing to eat it or not. So we got number 1.
All right.
Let's go to number 2, which is Chick-fil-A. So Rod, let's let you go.
Let's get a good one.
Okay. Oh, we didn't do the palate?
Oh,
you cleaned the palate. All right, good. Now, I tend to see, so when I'm driving around, I never really see lines at Wendy's. I always see lines at Chick-fil-A. So one would assume that if there is a line, then this must be worth it. So would you be one of those individuals, hey, I'm hungry, Chick-fil-A, you see the line, was that bite worth the wait in the line? A typical Chick-fil-A line. Because again, you go with your son to Chick-fil-A a lot, so talk me through.
Instantly, the Chick-fil-A sandwich is better than the Wendy's.
Okay. What makes it better?
The seasoning.
The seasoning, okay. Describe the seasoning to me.
It got like a little salty.
Okay.
A little southern style to it.
Okay.
Got a little crunch.
Okay.
A little crunch. Wendy's didn't have that.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
And then the bun is a little sweeter.
Okay.
The Wendy's.
So would you say like the Wendy's would be your typical like a white bread type of taste? Like was there a flavor compared to the flavor in here? You didn't even notice that you just chewed it like a normal sandwich, but this one you actually had a comment about that there is a taste to the bun.
Yeah, they got a good bun, but Wendy's, it might be like a strategy not to have the buns too sweet so it don't overpower the sandwich.
Okay.
Because Wendy's got like a little so this bun was on that Wendy's bun, it probably overpowered the sandwich.
Okay.
So that's probably like some marketing thing that Wendy's did.
So is that because the sandwich the taste of the bun would overtake the sandwich, which means maybe the chicken part of it probably isn't as tasty as...
They need more seasoning.
Okay.
Like, we know for a fact Wendy's not seasoning no chicken in the bag. Ain't no flour at Wendy's. Ain't none of that at Wendy's.
Okay.
So ain't no batter, none of that. That's coming off the truck to the bag to a deep fryer and then to a light. So they in their own lane. We'll let them stay in their little lane by themselves. But this Chick-fil-A instantly, you can tell the difference.
All right. Now there's also a pickle too. I don't know if that does anything for you or not. Okay.
Some people like the little salty, sour taste. What's that?
I see what you're saying. Like as soon as I bit into it,
you instantly knew it was better than that.
There's definitely a lot more flavor.
Somebody getting up early at Chick-fil-A seasoning their chicken. They ain't come off the trucks either.
There's flavor to this.
Bag.
There is flavor to this. Like when I ate the first bite from the Wendy's, I chewed into it, chicken sandwich. After I finished the bite, next bite. But when I'm chewing this Chick-fil-A, there is flavor to it. I've already finished chewing the first bite and I still taste the flavor. I think I like the pickle. I think the pickle adds
to it
a little, kick to a little, not spice, but there's the saltiness, right. And that might be the saltiness, and it actually complements the chicken sandwich part pretty well. The chicken piece, chicken piece. I see where you're coming from, Rob, when you said that there is a certain type of spice to it. I still take the flavor right now, and the bun is definitely sweeter. I agree with Rod. If we were to have the bun on the Wendy's chicken sandwich, you wouldn't really taste the chicken, but it would definitely upgrade the whole sandwich as a whole.
Right.
But if I were to put the bun of the Wendy's onto the Chick-fil-A sandwich, I would still that chicken would be so much tastier than on the Wendy's one. So because the chicken sandwich flavor of the Chick-fil-A is more of a superior taste to the Wendy's chicken piece, the Chick-fil-A is able to have a tastier bun and still not mask the chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so that was good. So right now for me, I'm not really a line waiting type of person.
You won't wait in line for one of them, right?
I wouldn't wait in line for either of them. Like, there have been times where Aaron, and you'll meet him one of the days, he's one of the sons of Raymond and Sons. We will drive to, we'll actually go to Home Depot. We'll see that Chick-fil-A line, and we'll just say, man, it's a long line, but I've got stuff to do.
Right.
But I can appreciate why people do wait in line. Like, if that line was like that for Wendy's, then I still wouldn't understand it. It's not worth it. I can understand why people wait in line. I just may not wait in line, but I can appreciate why people wait in line for the Chick-fil-A. Not at Wendy's, though.
Unless they $1? If it was $1.
If it was $1 instead of, well, so let's go back at the prices. So the Wendy's chicken sandwich is much pricier than the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
I wait in Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A,
5 cars.
Okay, that's a good point. Good point. Good point. So when I'm looking at price points, all right. So we have the size of the sandwich. This is larger, so one would think it would fill you up a little bit more. But is it worth the price?
No.
You look at the price point of Chick-fil-A and you taste the Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's worth the price.
Correctly.
So what I would say is this is probably even more. They may have underpriced if you compare it to Wendy's. Wendy's is overpriced compared to Chick-fil-A.
But Chick-fil-A in the perfect price range because they're not giving you a lot of chicken.
That is true.
So price-wise is perfect. Leave it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's, take it down a little bit.
They definitely, because there's no reason why they're pricing it so high. If they were to price down,
the chicken game's strong now.
If they were to price down the Wendy's and price up the Chick-fil-A, like let's just flip flop the price, first flop the prices.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Still won't get it.
Okay. All right. So we did Wendy's as a recap. The recap of Wendy's was the sandwich was bland. I mean, it was okay. Like if you were hungry, you would eat it. The flavor of the bread was minimal. The chicken, you could taste the chicken. It was taste okay. It's a larger one. If you compare it to Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A is a smaller sandwich. Flavor definitely surpassed. We're looking at the prices right now. Chick-fil-A seems to be a better product. There is a longer line, but we understand why the line is there. Now we're going to go to Popeyes. Now, Popeyes is the newest. This is the newest one out of the game right now.
Hands down better.
All right, talk me through what's going on.
Taste everything.
All right, what are you tasting?
You can taste the batter, the flour, the seasoning in it. It's love in this. The spice get a little kick.
Oh, so I apologize. So we couldn't make this completely apples to apples comparison because I believe what Rod has is the spicy version versus
you should
the normal one.
Yeah, because from my knowledge, everybody gets the spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
But this Popeye sandwich on another level.
Okay.
It's a Chick-fil-A, like when it came to the chicken sandwich, it was here, right?
Okay.
I ain't gonna say Popeye's up here now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say Popeye's like right there.
Okay.
So Chick-fil-A, you gotta get your game up.
Okay.
Man.
So
and it's crispy.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna ask first. So the crunch, good crunch?
Oh yeah.
Do you like crunch when you're eating chicken? Is that like when you're...
They let you know, everybody know, unless you eating buffalo wings or something like that. If you eating fried chicken, if it ain't crunch, it ain't good.
When I think of a chicken sandwich, I don't think of it grilled. When I think of a breaded chicken sandwich, I think of, KFC, I think of Popeyes, Churches, like I think of the crunch. I think of a crunch when I'm thinking about.
But that's not the order you're talking about, right? KFC.
No. I'm just saying, like, when you're looking at how the chicken sandwich look, I'm expecting the bread to be crunchy. Okay, so we talked about the crunch factor. You know what? Let's show the audience how it looks on. And we'll do this at all three. But
they don't need to look in the inside because they look the same pretty much.
Okay, I don't know. This looks a little more succulent, a little juicier than the other two, at least from this. I don't know. Show America how the inside of that looks. Okay.
Cause I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, why? Tell me.
Like I said before, these are filet.
Okay.
So you get in a pack, cut.
Okay, you got a nice cut, yeah.
Right. This come off the chicken.
Yeah, so they're taking it.
Then they cut it off the bone. They look like they fried this. No, they look like they cut it off the bone, put it right in flour, and threw it in the deep fryer.
Okay, all right. Let me do my taste test.
He got it last
Hold
night.
on.
It's still good.
I gotta hold it with two hands. As you can see, the other sandwiches, one hand. This one, hold on. I need two hands. I need two hands to make
Grown
sure.
man.
Yeah, this is a grown man sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. See, now also the radius that my mouth has to open up to be able to get a full bite. With this one, I gotta open up a little bit. This one, I don't really gotta open up. This one,
You gotta get in there.
if I want the full ratio of chicken to bread, I have to open up.
Yeah. You know it's good when you close your eyes. You know it's good when you close your eyes. Come on now. When you bite some food and you close your eyes, we already know who won.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead and wave the flag. Go ahead. Wave the flag. What you thinking about? Thinking about Christmas? 4th of July?
So what's interesting, I apologize, I'm chewing, I'm talking, I'm still biting, I'm still chewing. So for me, when I'm chewing this chicken sandwich, I feel like I'm eating like an actual drumstick, a chicken breast. It's actually, if I didn't order the sandwich and I was ordering like a 6-piece or a 12-piece and I'm chewing one of those, that's what I'm tasting right now.
It's like I fried that.
Yeah.
Put it on the bun.
Yeah.
And gave it to you, right?
The other two don't taste like if I'm in a mood for, a chicken, just crisp. If I want, crispy chicken,
Popeyes.
fried chicken, this tastes like literally I just ordered the breast and I'm just chewing the breast without the bread. Like it literally is the breast and they just put bread on top of it. These two.
Oh, and the bread good.
The bread is good. I did not order the spicy, but I do still have a spice to it. Like this is the Cajun. I taste the Cajun. Like I've been to New Orleans a couple of times, and how they do their spices. I taste it like this. I understand why people are waiting in line for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the same Popeyes taste from just normal Popeyes chicken. They kept the same formula, and they were able to put it into a sandwich.
Right.
So
just imagine. Imagine if it was we just bought them. It wouldn't have made it here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It wouldn't have made it. I'd have been eating this in the car while he was driving back over here.
It tastes like real chicken. It tastes like I just ordered me a 6-piece chicken, and I'm just chewing off the bone.
I had one for the first time last night. You know that, right?
We didn't tell you guys that, so he already had that taste.
Knew better.
You saw me taste this for the first time ever.
Right.
It's like the first time you drink a Coke, the next Cokes don't taste the same.
Nah.
So you got to see that raw reaction. Now I'd be interested to hear from your perspective, Raw, because you've had it before.
Last night.
And now this is your second time, less than 24 hours.
Same taste. Instantly knew it was better. Instantly. Off of one little bite, I was like, oh, it's game over. Chick-Fil-A, go back to the drawing board. Add a little more. You got to get back on this level.
So, Popeyes, when did the first chicken sandwich from Popeyes come out? Maybe 3 or 4 months ago?
Yeah, 4 months ago, I think. I ain't make that round.
I didn't go that round. There were lines. I was watching memes online about, so many people were in line.
Quick
to cook.
question.
Yes.
Quick question.
Yeah.
When you bit into that, you instantly knew it was better than
Oh my God. I didn't even talk for 30 seconds because I wanted to enjoy it.
Instantly knew better, right? That's crazy.
Popeyes, like what I want to do is do this, but maybe do this with kids.
And see,
And just see how they react, or just see which one they want to chew into more.
Right.
Because I'm finding it difficult to describe
the
taste of this. I think,
and the thing about it is, you can see look at this. Look how big it is. The juice still in
that's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Again, this is the Chick-fil-A one.
It's a filet.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. I mean, it's in their name.
Yeah.
And then this is the Wendys.
Wendys. Oh my! Yeah. King of what chicken sandwich? I seen that tweet.
Look.
King of what? You was before Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah.
When you were going to get what, McDonald's, Burger King?
I think so.
If you'd have brought McDonald's said chicken sandwich, I wouldn't have had that though. I wouldn't even taste that.
And I think it's. I mean, now to be fair, you know, Wendy's, they do patties, they do other stuff. But if you're gonna have a chicken sandwich, I guess my thought is go to the place that does chicken.
Right.
To do the chicken sandwich.
KFC.
You know.
They got a chicken sandwich.
So I was thinking about driving by and picking that up, but my problem is that it would have been different because those would have been fresh. Because I was thinking about it on the way today.
Don't worry about it. I can answer that right now.
Okay.
KFC, you ain't even in it.
Wow. So
it's 12 piece. Hey, that's a different story. 20 piece family meal, different story. Chicken sandwich. Now I want no Cheetos on my chicken sandwich.
This. Again, like I said before, I feel like most people like the chicken legs, the bone, the dark meat. It's got more flavor sometimes if you're eating it from the bone. The chicken breast, you know, the taste is different, but I feel like this is, even though this is a breast, the flavor content is very similar to what you would get from a drumstick.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Like your grandma cooked that, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, this does say classic chicken sandwich. So, I don't know if this is chicken breast. They could have gotten stuff from the legs. I don't know, but
that thing.
From a flavor perspective, I would say that Popeyes won.
The champ is here.
I think the price point, they probably could go higher. They could probably price it like Wendy's priced it, and people would still be there.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. The size, you're getting the value out of it.
Right.
Is it worth the line? The fact that I'm thinking about it means that it's something to consider. So, I've got to say that when we're doing this taste challenge, I don't know if...
That's it.
Yeah.
But champ here.
So,
maybe
if you're full, would you want to eat a Wendy's sandwich if you're full?
Nah, like if you came with an extra one, like, I got an extra chicken sandwich.
And
you
already ate. Like, you already ate, hey, you know, I appreciate everything that you've done. You know, I'm sorry about the service. Let me give you this as a token of my appreciation. Would you eat it there on the spot?
Nah, give me some fries.
Okay. All right, let's talk about Chick-fil-A. If you happen to be full, Chick-fil-A, hey, you know, I'm sorry about the service.
I might take it.
Okay.
I might take that one.
Okay. How about Popeyes?
I didn't eat that. I could have just ate about 40 minutes ago. I eat the whole chicken sandwich.
All right, so this is the master test. Thanksgiving meal. You just finished Thanksgiving. You have to unbuckle a belt strap. Would you eat a Wendy's sandwich?
Nope.
Chick-fil-A?
Nah.
Popeyes?
Oh, I'm biting into it. I'm gonna give
at least a bite. At least a bite.
At least two.
Wow.
Maybe three.
Okay.
Because
I mean, again, it's after Thanksgiving.
What kind of? Because I don't really. I'm not a fan of the original Popeyes. Because everybody said that's not the one you want to go with. I ain't had too spicy, so if it's the spicy Popeye chicken sandwich, oh yeah, I might have to eat half of it.
All right, so you haven't had this yet, so this is what we're gonna do. This is a bonus round. So we've each chewed into our own.
Yeah, I'll take this.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare.
Just bite it.
So you went from spicy to now, and I want to hear what you think. Comparing it to the other two.
It's still better than them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. This is. Let me do another
You
one.
gotta bite it. You gotta bite it because you gotta get some of the mayo on it.
Yeah. Let me do this one because I had too much of a pickle. So let me do this one. All right. Let me do the palate again, just to clear it.
Popeyes is a palate cleaner.
It's true.
Jesus.
This flavor's so good.
Right. Let it talk to you. Let it sing you to sleep. Woo! Two of them on a Sunday? What a good 1 o'clock game? You missed the 4 o'clock game. You sleep. You sleep. You sleeping good.
The spice does add even a different level. Now there was some spice from
the original,
and I was happy.
but it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like this one. So we just gave you a bonus. We actually tried 4 instead of 3.
Right.
And I must say that I understand why people are waiting in line for the spice one.
Oh yeah. If you know how Chris Green got the hot 9 sign?
Mm-hmm. Now, Krispy Kreme, hot or not?
Yeah. Popeyes, listen to your boy.
Mm-hmm.
Put a timer up.
Mm-hmm.
25-minute wait.
Mm-hmm.
I pull over.
Mm-hmm.
I get out. I get in line.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 40 minutes. If I'm hungry, I run it. I'm pulling over. I ride by, see the wait line. Oh yeah, I can do it. Chick-Fil-A, 5 cars, maybe 4 cars. One at the window, 4 in the line. I might get in there.
Mm-hmm.
2 cars at Wendys, nah, I'm good. Find something else. I'm good. Nah. Probably get a 5-piece spicy nuggets.
I'd probably do the 4 for 4.
Wendys, think about it. Put that spicy, whatever y'all putting on the spicy nuggets, try it with a chicken sandwich, see what you get.
I've got to say that I enjoyed this. This was a good episode. Mm-hmm. If Popeyes, if you want to sponsor Raymond and Sons, we'd be okay with that. It tastes good.
Your grandma in the kitchen here.
It's, again, just as a recap again, and it's ironic how the ordering of how we did the sandwiches ended up being what... Because I didn't taste them before. Rod, he already knew.
I tasted last night.
He already knew, but for me, as somebody who's tasted it for the first time, Wendys, I appreciate what you're trying to do with the value. I appreciate the 4 for 4s, because I'll do a 4 for 4. You know, I'm okay with that.
Burger.
You know, the burgers.
Would you do a 4 for 4 with a chicken sandwich? If you had a choice.
I generally don't, like when I do my 4 for 4 at Wendy's, it's generally chicken nuggets.
Uh-huh.
I'll do a double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger.
You ain't even think about no chicken.
I'm not thinking about this. All right, so that probably should let you know from a chicken sandwich perspective with what you do. I prefer the nuggets over the sandwich personally.
Yeah. No, it got a little taste, but
it's got taste. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
but it's not punching over the weight class like these boys.
No.
Especially Popeyes. Popeyes heavyweight. Chick-Fil-A welterweight.
You know, let me see how it is from when I go from that to this.
Oh no, you on your own on that one. I don't even backtrack.
This just tastes bland. I'm sorry.
I don't even backtrack. Mm-mm. Matter of fact, I'm not eating no more chicken sandwich unless it's a Popeye chicken sandwich. Oh, Popeye chicken sandwich look like if you sit down in a restaurant and order a chicken sandwich.
Yes, like if you actually go on a sit-down restaurant and you order something off the menu,
Popeyes.
I'll give you that. Like if I were to order a chicken sandwich from, like this looks like something that you can get from Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
Its size, you know, there's always leftovers that you bring. If I were to go to a restaurant and I get this,
oh, you send that back? Something wrong with that. Let me order something else. Make the cook mad. I don't want that. Now, if it look like that Popeye, oh, we gonna bite into that.
Again, the filet, that's the biggest thing.
Right.
If it was bigger, it'd be a little different. But it's a filet. Like when I bite, it's like there's no resistance from that bite. Like I don't feel like.
Can you imagine the guy that came up with that Popeye chicken sandwich? I know he was in the kitchen or wherever he was. Like, oh, I'm gonna kill him with this one. I'm gonna look at you. Can't even stop, right? You can't look. You don't even need to drink water to cleanse your palate. Popeye's gonna do it for you. You forgot all about the Wendys sandwich, right?
Second time around,
it's getting better, right?
In fact, my mouth is getting used to the taste.
And I tried to go get some fresh Popeyes, and it was 30 people there. I was like, nah, I'm good.
So look, Raymond Sons, I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this episode. Anything else? I don't know if we can add anything to this.
Nah, we was gonna do the recaps of the games. Oh, and Willie got fired.
Okay, so you remember? So
I'm sorry, Willie. Hey, you got 17 million, so
you got 17 mil, so you're okay. So,
I ain't celebrating nobody getting fired, but you got 17 million.
So let's do a quick FSU update just to finish it off, and then we'll go back to this again. But so you heard it here first. We talked about this in Raymond Sons. We talked about what's going on with FSU. Mm-hmm. I mean, the game that just ended up firing him.
Right.
You know? And
you lose to Miami, you got to get fired.
Yeah. And what was the other thing you had mentioned on Raymond and Sons podcast that you may have heard just now from your sources?
Deion Sanders is one of the candidates and emerging as a top runner for the next Florida State head coach. And I was a big advocate for Deion. Mm-hmm. I also heard Bob Stoops now. Hey, big game Bob, man. Hey, we'll welcome you. We'll chop with you, baby. But Deion? Whew. AD, make it happen, bro.
So you heard us talking about this last week during Raymond and Sons, and you are seeing it now. You are hearing the new media outlet. So what do you think, man? Like, it's got to be a big name. Like,
it got to be.
It's got to be a big name because
Bob Stoops or Deion, I'm good.
If it's got to be a known at this point, especially like. You got boosters. Like, I'm not an FSU fan, but boosters, you know, everybody's got a price point.
Yeah. And they need to do it ASAP. Cause
you need to do it ASAP.
Recruiting is happening, so you need to do it ASAP so that man have time and not start behind the 8 ball trying to get his class together.
I mean, as an FSU hater, that game, even though I was very happy with the results.
You didn't watch it, right?
I didn't really watch it, and... It just wasn't the same.
Right.
Like, I didn't even call Rod and say, hey, what happened to your boys? Like, it was like, you know,
game.
Whatever. Like, it wasn't even worth it. Like there's...
If you wasn't in school, if you is not enrolled in Miami or enrolled in Florida State, it's not a big game like it used to be.
No.
Ain't no, I can't go nowhere because Florida State and Miami playing. It's not let me get to a bar. Mm-mm. Let me call some friends over. Let me start the grill up. None of that. It was just, Miami and Florida State playing.
So you got to do something about that because it's kind of like what Rod and I were saying. It just didn't mean the same as it did before. And you know, I'm sorry, Willie, again, but again, boosters for FSU. If this next coach is a watershed moment, you mess this up.
Yeah, Florida State, we done for a while. We losing recruits. We losing that shine.
You might as well have just start over. Like, you need to put the money up if you want to take Florida back. Because right now,
Deion, prime time.
It's
big game, Bob. Either or. I'll take both of them. Give me both of them.
Hey, why don't we have Bob as head coach? And you have Deion. I mean, he's still got to do a little learning. Let him learn a little bit.
Nah. You do this here.
Give him the keys eventually.
If we're gonna have both of them, you get Bob like a GM role.
Okay.
And then you get Dion the head coach.
Okay.
Don't handicap him.
Okay.
Let him start off right.
Because Dion is gonna get. Dion is gonna get the recruits.
Right.
He's gonna get the players.
Right.
And so you're gonna have the talent.
Right.
And then Bob, with just the way his offensive mind works.
Yeah, he can help. You know what? Yeah, Dion. He play a little bit offense.
Yeah, but he's a defense. That's what I'm saying. Like Bob and Dion, they would complement each other, offense and defense.
But yeah, you gotta get Dion the head coach, and then if you bring Bob on, bring him on like a GM, but let Dion have his power. Don't handicap the man.
Hey, again, I'm not an FSU fan, so you know better than me.
Right.
You know better than me.
Let him do his thing, and Bob, you can help him recruit and offense if you want, but either or. I take either or.
Excuse me, I might have another bite of the chicken sandwich.
Do your thing. Oh, we added another segment to the Raymond and Sons movie reviews of the week.
Yeah, movie reviews of the week. What's going on?
Dr. Sleep. That's all I'm gonna say. Go see it. Excellent movie. Good. Go and put you to sleep, man.
It's time to stop, man.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode 2 of Raymond and Sons. I'm with Harry, and you know me, Rod, a.k.a. Popeyes King, a.k.a. Florida State, a.k.a. what else? Hey, come on, man. Tune in. Raymond and Sons. Every Saturday on iTunes, YouTube, and Spotify. We made it Spotify yet? I think we're on Spotify. Look for us. Find us. We there. YouTube, iTunes. We also got Instagram, Raymond and Sons, Twitter, Raymond and Sons. Follow us, subscribe, hit the notification button, do all of that. And if you like stuff like this, write it in the comments and we'll bring it back. I'm a foodie, so hey, if y'all want me to taste whatever besides weird stuff, now this ain't Fear Factor. So there ain't no cow balls or nothing like that. So if you hear anything, like, would you try the Krispy Kreme and chicken sandwich? I don't know.
If it's Popeyes.
Yeah, Popeyes in between, yeah, I'm in. Well, that's like walking diabetes. So we'll see y'all next week. And we out. Have a blessed weekend.